As we grow older, life begins to ask us quieter questions. They're not shouted the way they were when we were young. They don't come with deadlines or competition. They usually arrive in moments of stillness. Early in the morning, when the house is quiet. Late at night, when the noise of the day has faded. Questions like, what can I truly rely on now? What really matters in the years ahead? And what will help me feel safe, peaceful, and whole as life slows down? For many people, especially in Western cultures, aging can feel uncertain. We live in a society that celebrates youth, speed, and productivity. But old age is none of those things. It's slower, more fragile, and more honest. Health changes. Friends move away or pass on. Children grow up and build lives of their own. Suddenly, the structures we leaned on for decades don't feel as solid anymore. That's why today I want to talk about something simple, but deeply important. Not about how to live forever or how to stay young, but about how to age well. How to build a sense of security that doesn't depend on luck or other people's promises. There are 3 supports that matter more than anything else as we grow older. They are quiet supports. They don't show off, but they hold you up when you need them most. Before we talk about them, it's important to understand one thing. Aging isn't a failure. It isn't a loss of value. It's a transition. When we're young, life is about building, achieving, proving. As we grow older, life becomes more about preserving, understanding, and letting go. The measure of a good life slowly shifts. It's no longer about how much we can do, but how peacefully we can live. The first and most important support in old age is health. Not perfect health. Not the kind you had at 25. But enough physical and mental health to live independently, to make your own choices, and to wake up each day without constant suffering. Health is freedom in disguise. When your body works reasonably well, you don't notice it much. But when it doesn't, everything else shrinks. Your world becomes smaller. Simple tasks become exhausting. Plans disappear. Conversations shorten. And no matter how much money you have or how many people love you, poor health will still limit your life. That's why health is the foundation of everything else. Without it, even the best relationships feel heavy. Even financial security loses its comfort. Good health allows you to enjoy what you have. Poor health forces you to endure it. For older adults, health doesn't mean pushing your limits or chasing fitness trends. It means consistency, gentle movement, regular sleep, eating in a way that supports your body instead of punishing it. It means paying attention to pain early instead of ignoring it. It also means taking mental health seriously. Loneliness, anxiety, and unresolved emotional stress take a real toll on the body. Over time, the mind and body become inseparable. Peace of mind supports physical strength, and physical strength supports emotional resilience. One feeds the other. There's a quiet wisdom in taking care of your health as you age. It's not about fear. It's about respect. Respect for the body that carried you through decades of work, love, mistakes, and memories. Caring for your health is a way of saying, I want to stay present for my life, for as long as I can. The second support is companionship. And this one is often misunderstood. When people hear this, they think only of romance or marriage. But companionship in old age is broader than that. It's about not being emotionally alone in the world. Having someone to share daily life with makes aging gentler. Someone who notices when you're quiet. Someone who listens without needing you to perform. Someone who understands your routines, your fears, your memories. That kind of presence can't be replaced by entertainment or social media or casual interaction. Many older adults in Western societies live alone. Some by choice. Some because of divorce. Some because they lost a partner. And while independence is valuable, emotional isolation slowly wears people down. Humans are not built to age alone. Companionship doesn't have to mean living together. It can be a spouse, a long-term partner, a close friend, or even a small circle of people you trust deeply. What matters is emotional safety. Knowing that there is at least one person who sees you as you are now, not as who you used to be. As we age, we change. Our energy changes. Our interests change. Our pace changes. A good companion accepts this without resentment. They don't compete with your past self. They walk beside your present one. This kind of connection becomes especially important during difficult moments. Illness, plus fear, uncertainty. When something goes wrong, having someone to sit with you, even in silence, makes the burden lighter. Problems feel smaller when they are shared. Of course, not everyone has a partner. And not every relationship is healthy. Staying in a relationship that brings stress, conflict, or fear is far worse than being alone. Peace matters more than appearance. Quality matters more than labels. For those without a partner, companionship can be built through friendships, community groups, shared activities, or even simple routines with familiar people. Regular human connection, even in small doses, protects emotional health. It reminds you that you are still part of the world, still relevant, still seen. The deeper truth is this: aging becomes much harder when there is no one to witness your life. Companionship gives meaning to everyday moments. A shared meal, a conversation, a walk. These simple things become anchors in later life. And when health and companionship come together, life feels more stable, more human, and more livable. Next, the third support is financial stability. Not wealth, not luxury, not excess. Just enough financial security to live without constant worry, without dependence, and without fear of becoming a burden to others. Money takes on a different meaning as we age. When we're young, it's often about growth, ambition, status, and opportunity. But later in life, money becomes quieter. It becomes about safety, about options, about peace of mind. Financial stability means being able to handle basic needs without panic. Housing, food, healthcare, transportation. It means having a buffer for unexpected expenses. A medical bill, a home repair, a sudden change in circumstances. When those moments arrive, and they always do, financial preparation makes the difference between stress and calm. For many older adults, financial anxiety is one of the greatest hidden burdens. It sits in the background of everyday life. It affects sleep. It affects mood. It affects relationships. Even small financial worries can feel overwhelming when income is fixed and options feel limited. That's why financial planning is not about greed. It's about dignity. It's about maintaining control over your own life. When you don't have to ask for help at every turn, you retain your sense of self-respect. You make choices based on what's best for you, not what's affordable for someone else. This doesn't mean everyone needs to be rich. In fact, simplicity often brings more peace than excess. Living within your means. Reducing unnecessary expenses. Avoiding debt whenever possible. These habits matter far more than chasing higher returns or risky investments later in life. Financial stability also brings emotional freedom. When money worries are reduced, relationships improve. You don't feel guilty accepting help. You don't feel defensive or ashamed. You can enjoy time with loved ones without the constant fear of needing something from them. And this brings us to a topic that many people find difficult to talk about: children. Children are a source of joy, pride, and meaning for many parents. The love between parent and child is real and deep. But relying on children as the primary support in old age is risky and often unfair to both sides. Children grow up. They build their own lives. They face their own struggles, responsibilities, and limitations. Expecting them to be a safety net can create silent pressure, guilt, and resentment, even when they love you deeply. When parents are financially and emotionally independent, the relationship with their children becomes lighter and healthier. Time together feels chosen, not obligated. Help becomes a gift, not a duty. Conversations are warmer. Boundaries are clearer. Independence in old age is not rejection. It is generosity. It allows your children to live freely, and it allows you to age with dignity. You are not removing yourself from their lives. You are simply standing on your own feet as long as you can. This doesn't mean refusing help when it's truly needed. Life is unpredictable. Health can change suddenly. Circumstances can shift. Accepting support when necessary is part of being human. But there is a difference between temporary help and long-term dependence. The more you prepare, the more choices you retain. And choice is the true currency of a peaceful old age. When we look at these three supports together, a clear picture emerges. Health gives you freedom. Companionship gives you meaning. Financial stability gives you peace of mind. None of them alone is enough. Together, they create balance. If one support is weak, the others carry more weight. Poor health strains finances. Financial stress harms relationships. Loneliness affects both mind and body. That's why it's important to look at your life honestly and ask which pillar needs attention right now. This reflection doesn't require fear or urgency. It can be gentle. Maybe it starts with a daily walk, or a doctor's appointment you've been postponing, or reaching out to someone you trust, or reviewing your expenses and making small adjustments. These steps don't have to be dramatic. Consistency matters more than intensity. A peaceful old age is not built in one decision. It's built slowly, through daily choices that seem small at the time. Choosing rest over overwork. Choosing connection over isolation. Choosing preparation over avoidance. Aging well is not about resisting change. It's about adapting with wisdom. Accepting limitations without surrendering purpose. Letting go of what no longer serves you, while protecting what truly matters. And perhaps the most comforting truth is this: it's never too late to strengthen these supports. Even small improvements can change how life feels. Even modest stability can bring relief. Even one meaningful connection can transform loneliness into belonging. Growing older doesn't mean losing control. It means choosing carefully. It means investing your energy where it brings the most peace. When health, companionship, and financial stability are cared for, old age becomes less frightening and more human. Not perfect, not easy, but grounded. And sometimes, that is more than enough.